A Utah woman was so desperate to get out of a timeshare that she paid a company thousands of dollars to help her get rid of it.
But it did not work. And as KSL investigator Matt Gephardt reports, now she's out the money and still stuck in a timeshare contract, which is likely to outlive her.
A small piece of a condo in Honolulu is owned by a woman in Draper. She does not want it anymore, but getting rid of it, well, that has been easier said than done.
I have been attempting to sell it or give it back or give it to somebody, whatever.
To that end, Shirley England was invited to dine here at the Red Lobster and Sugar House to hear from a company that says they can get people out of stubborn timeshares. The dinner was free, the company's services were not. Shirley signed up, paying more than $9,000 to the company to unload her condo for her.
I know that seems like an excessive amount, but we are really kind of desperate.
She trusted them, she says, because they boasted an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau, and they also gave her this.
100% money back guarantee.
It has now been close to 2 years since Shirley paid for that service, but it is a service she did not get. She still owns that timeshare, so she asked that resale company for her money back.
They've just totally ignored me 100%.
Shirley has emailed, called, sent letters via certified mail.
It says no such number, unable to forward.
Frustrated, Shirley asked me to investigate.
Thank you for calling Legal Consulting Incorporated.
The KSL investigators called the company, left a message.
My name is Matt Gephardt.
Nobody responded. And nobody responded when I got online to email the company, Legal Consulting Incorporated, though while on their website, I noted they still boast they are BBB accredited with an A+ rating. That's interesting because the BBB says that's not true, and in fact, on the BBB's website, complaints are mounting against the timeshare reseller, complaints that are nearly identical to Shirley's. More broadly, Shirley is also not alone in her frustration owning a timeshare that she cannot seem to unload. According to the National Association of Attorneys General, timeshare contracts create non-cancelable lifetime obligations, including escalating fees that tend to go up and up around 5% per year. The secondary resale market is severely oversaturated, making contracts extremely hard to sell or transfer. And desperate owners are often targeted by fraudulent exit companies that charge thousands of dollars up front without delivering, the organization warns, saying they prey on consumers' desperation to exit their contracts. But losing money to exit companies is only one of the sinister heads of this two-headed beast. Many timeshares have what's called a perpetuity clause. For example, Shirley, she inherited her condo from her mom, and her kids, they're set to inherit it from her.
I don't want to do that to my kids.
Contracts are going to follow you after you pass away.
I took all of this to Britton Hepworth, an attorney who deals in estate planning. He says that when somebody dies, timeshare companies are notorious for coming in and collecting any money that they are owed for past fees. And often they try to keep that meter running long after the owner's death.
They're going to have the ability to come in, get into your trust, get into your estate, or whatever money you might have, they usually have a way to get to it.
That being said, once an estate is bled dry, the law does not require a surviving kid to take on a timeshare, Hepworth says.
That is a situation where, hey, if I'm a child and I just don't want to touch it, I'm under no obligation to take it.
Still, as I've reported before, sometimes it can be tough to convince a timeshare company of that. So the cleanest thing to do is indeed try to offload it before you die.
One thing that we advise our clients a lot of times is to just give it away.
Right here's the email I sent him.
Shirley would love to give it away, but with people becoming more wise to the fact that timeshares are often a bigger burden than they're worth, she can't even pay to give it away.
I wouldn't invest in a timeshare again.
Of course, taking money and not providing a service is a breach of contract, which is against the law here in Utah. I talked to the director of Utah's Division of Consumer Protection about this story. She says Shirley should file a complaint and they will investigate, but also noted that if a company has all but vanished, it can be very hard to get people their owed refunds. If you got something you want me to investigate, let me know about it. The number 385-707-6153, or you can email me, Matt@ksl.com.